Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Death and Destiny. I'm Death from Above. Today we're going to do a legendary video. It's a legendary video, not a legendary max video. The Taken King is coming, and they have talked about your legendary weapons from year one are going to stay in year one. So I'm going to talk about the guns that I'm going to hold on to, the guns that I probably will not dismantle, or I will at least wait until I have gotten into the Taken King a couple days or a couple weeks before I decide to dismantle them or not. I'm standing in front of Banshee 44 because he's the gunsmith. He's going to be getting a lot of my attention when the Taken King comes out, I think. But let's talk about each one of these guns that I'm thinking about keeping, or pretty sure I'm going to keep, and we're going to go over why. And it's just my own personal armory that I just can't get rid of some of these guns just because I love them too much. Even if I don't ever use them again, I will let them take up space in my inventory until I can't have them anymore. So the first one we're going to talk about is my Devil You Know. This is one of the first legendary hand cannons I got, and this was back before you could re-roll your guns. And this is the gun roll I got on this. This is still a pretty decent PvP hand cannon, and since Crucible scales with damage, doesn't scale with damage, you don't really need to worry about your attack rating on my Devil You Know. So it can stay around for Crucible gameplay, for getting those hand cannon bounties or anything like that for forever. I really like this gun. It's got a big magazine, great perks, and it's just really fun to use. And it was one of the best hand cannons I've found in the game so far that's not an exotic. So I am keeping the Devil You Know. It's one of my vanilla weapons. It's one of my 2 vanilla weapons that I've still got. The other one is my Shadow Price. One day auto rifles will become relevant, and it'll probably be it will be a day that is soon. This is another Crucible gun that's really decent. So when they even out auto rifles with all the other guns, I'll probably still be using this in the Crucible. But this and the Devil You Know are my 2 legendaries from the Vanguard Armory from the launch of the game that I'm just going to hold on to forever, even if I just have to put them on my mantle and look at them every once in a while. That's what I'm going to do. The next, and that's pretty similar to that, is my 3 Little Words pulse rifle. This is still a very beastly PvP pulse rifle with Head Seeker, Third Eye, and Snapshot. I won't retire this in the Crucible anytime soon either. I think it will still remain relevant there, but anywhere else probably not. But that goes along with my Shadow Price and my Devil You Know. Now, Vision of Confluence and Fatebringer fall into the same category. They're just amazing PvE weapons that are going to fall by the wayside, but I cannot bring myself to dismantle these guns. I love them too much. Fatebringer, I don't even need to explain this one. Everybody knows about the Fatebringer, and pretty much the same for the Vision of Confluence. Everybody knows about this one. This one's still pretty decent in PvP, so I might dust it off occasionally for that and have some fun. The other ones you see, Stranger's Rifle, the Kostov, I'm not going to get rid of those just because I want to hang on to them. They're kind of milestone weapons. And then this one, oh, you Crux of Crota. I don't know how many times I've done hard mode Crota, I've not gotten a Crux. This one's just staying because I need a Crux to get the Necrochasm. That's the only reason I'm keeping that. Now we're going to talk about my 2 to the Morgue. This is a PvP monster as well. With the Crucible not worrying about attack, this one still may remain relevant, but they're nerfing shot package, so I don't know how relevant it will remain. But this one goes along with my Devil You Know and Shadow Price and 3 Little Words. I'm not going to get rid of it ever. I will let it take up space. Now, the same for the Praetus. It goes with the Fatebringer and the Vision of Confluence. I'm going to keep it for. It's a good PvP gun still, though. But I'm going to keep it forever, just to put on my mantle. If I stop using it, I'll still have it. Black Hammer. This one's one that I'm going to retain the right to dismantle later. I don't know if it'll be worth keeping, but I don't want to dismantle it right away, so I'm just going to retain the right to dismantle it later. Vestian Dynasty is the same as the Black Hammer. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I might dismantle that just because you can buy another one at Petra, but I kind of want to hold on to it just to see, because it's the only sidearm in the game right now. But I'm just curious. And next is the Murmur, just because it's the only one of its type that you can do 2 different damage types. And I just want to hang on to it a little bit longer. I might dismantle it later just because I don't care. But here we have the infamous Final Round Spear. This one may or may not go one day. They are nerfing final round in PvP, but I never really used the final round in PvP. It has a snapshot and double down, so it has two other really good PvP perks and some good sights on it. So it's a good PvP gun if I ever just feel like using it for whatever reason. But it is the final round spear. I want to put that and just scare people with it, just to scare them. Be like, hey, I got a final round spear. Let's go play some Trials of Osiris. Even though it won't work like that anymore, it's still fun to have. Corrective measure, that goes along with my raid weapons that I just cannot bring myself to dismantle. I will probably keep it forever, just because it is the corrective measure. It's an amazing, amazing heavy machine gun. And then we have the Radagast Fury and the Against All Odds. These are PvP guns that are still going to remain relevant in the Crucible. I think, it may not, but I'm thinking it will. So I'm going to keep them until... These are not mantle pieces. The Against All Odds maybe, but the Radagast Fury, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get a new version, but until I do, I'm going to hold on to this one for PvP, just for halves. Just for the halves. The Against All Odds, it's up there with my Two to the Morgue and my Three Little Words as an amazing PvP heavy machine gun. I really, really like it, and I'll keep it around for PvP. But if I find something better, I don't know. It's not quite a mantle piece because I haven't used it as much, but it's still a very, very good gun. But that's my inventory analysis. Those are the only guns I'm thinking about keeping. All my other legendary weapons, I'm pretty sure I'm going to dismantle them fairly quickly for weapon parts and materials or whatever I may need, or just to get some vault space. So that's my analysis. That's what I think about my guns. I have tons and tons of other guns. Let's look at my vault just for comparison. It is full. Now all the exotics are going to stick around, but all these purples probably are going to go within the first week of the Taken King coming along. So my question to you is, what guns are you going to keep and what guns are you going to dismantle? What guns do you want me to keep that you're mad that I'm not going to? I'm really curious to see what you guys think. I'm a hoarder, so I'm going to hang on to a lot of guns longer than I should probably. But once I start getting a feel for the game and how it's going to be with the Taken King and the new weapons, then I'll decide on a lot of these guns. And I have a feeling there will be a moment where I go, okay, I got to clear out my inventory. Let's get rid of all this crap. And if I do that, I'm going to make a video. We're going to dance to it. There's going to be nice music and it's going to be fun. But that's all I got. So this remains to be seen what will happen in the Taken King. This is kind of a placeholder to see what I decide. But until then, guys, let me know what your gun thoughts are, what you're going to do. And I'm going to dance it out. I'm Death from Above. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I will see you later. See you, bye.